hope you're good. My name is Abby, and on this channel we do wear tests, reviews, first impressions, a few hauls here and there. Generally I talk about affordable makeup, skincare and hair care, so if you want to know more about those things, subscribe. Also hit the like button if you like my content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so I have already applied my primer, and now I'm gonna apply my foundation, and it's the Conceal and Define foundation. Previously had the shade 13. I now have the shade 13.2. It is more golden. 13 is a bit more neutral. What I tend to do is dot 13.2 on the perimeter of my face because that is where my face naturally is darker. I'm going to apply 13 to the center of my face where my face is lighter. Okay, so today I will be testing out something I actually haven't heard a single word about, and I am almost surprised given the first launch of the brand that made this product actually almost broke the internet. The product I'm actually talking about is the Storm Cloud Makeup Sponge by Juno and Co. Now, they did previously launch a Storm Cloud makeup sponge, but that was like an off-whitish type of sponge. It's meant to be this newfound technology, latex-free, yada yada yada. It was cream, and I saw it and I thought, no, there's absolutely no way I'm applying foundation on a cream sponge because it will stain like a mother. So when they came out with this product, which is black, hallelujah, it is black, and I just feel like every single makeup sponge should come in black, just period. We don't need to have multicolored sponges because they stain. Generally speaking, they stain, and black is the best solution to that. So like I said, I haven't seen a single video on this particular sponge by Juno and Co, which is astonishing. It is seriously surprising. So this sponge, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, the reason I say the first product they launched broke the internet, if you still don't know, so they have this microfiber sponge, which I'm sure you've seen Nikkie Tutorials feature on her channel. So this is the sponge they previously had, and this is actually by a brand called Sunday Ivy. Their one comes in a little container, which is really super useful for travel and just for keeping it clean. And yeah, so this is the one I bought because at the time Juno and Co hadn't come to the UK. Now they're actually available on Beautybay. So I got my Black Cloud sponge, my Storm sponge rather, on Beautybay, and it is so cheap. It's £3.75. I believe the microfiber sponge is also around that price. It's under £5, which is amazing. It is like a sponge in its own league because there is nothing else like this on the market. Now, like I said, back to this, I have heard nothing about this foundation, this sponge. I've got foundation on the brain and foundation on my face. So this sponge, I haven't heard a single thing. I haven't seen a single video. I did notice that it launched, I think maybe over a month ago. So what I want to do is just make a video about it, just in case you were curious to know whether or not it actually works. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it has a large slant on one side, and it has a little slant on that side. And it feels just like a regular sponge. It doesn't feel like the microfiber sponge. In terms of sizing, this is slightly bigger. This is dry right now. I will now wet it just so you can see. I did buy 2 of these just so we can compare dry and wet. And it comes in this cute little packaging, by the way. And this is what it has on the package. Right, so this is what it looks like wet, and this is what it looks like dry. So it has grown considerably, not immensely, but you can see this is harder and this is much softer. Well, I hope you can see anyway. But it feels reasonably soft, and I just feel like it will apply foundation really, really well. So my foundation is drying on my face as we speak, so we need to move. So I will wet my sponge, and I just hope I haven't been talking for too long, so much so that my foundation has actually dried on my face. So the foundation I've got on my face is the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation in the shade 13.2 and 13. So what I'm going to do is just blend this out as we speak, and hopefully my foundation hasn't dried up. So this is what my face looks like. It's blended out the foundation really, really well. I'm really impressed with how it's performed, and it doesn't seem to have eaten up any foundation at all, which is really, really good. I like this. It is so soft. This is amazing. Wow. So next, I will be trying out my Raw Techniques face kit. I think actually the official name is Everyday Essentials Kit. So this includes a foundation brush, a highlighter brush or concealer brush, a blush brush, and a shadow brush, which is this, and of course it comes with the sponge. I got this during Christmas, and I think I got it on offer for like $11.99. So the sun keeps going in and out, but I do feel like daylight is the best light for filming, so pardon the change in the way my filming comes out. So they do feel really good actually. So the brush itself isn't as heavy as I thought it was going to feel. It feels quite light in the hand. Usually with more expensive brushes, they do tend to be a bit weighted. So this is the brush I'm going to use to, what is this? Expert face brush. So this is the brush I'm going to use to apply one side of my face just to see how it works. And then I will use this for blush, and I will use this for, I feel like should I use it for highlight or concealer? I think I will use it for highlight. Yeah, I'll use this for highlight. I have already featured the, actually no, so this is the setting brush. Wait, so the, what is this? So this is the oh, they do have numbers by the way. So the RT402 is the setting brush. So it's good for setting your under eyes and applying highlighter. So I'm going to blend my foundation. Hopefully the whole thing hasn't dried on my face. So if you are my skin tone and you're wondering what to do in terms of picking shade 13.2 and 13, you can mix both of them. For me, to be on the safe side, I can actually just get away with using shade 13.2 and then just highlight the center of my face. But what I'm going to do is apply more, just a little bit on the perimeter and where I have some blemishes to cover. So my face is now fully covered. So I really like the way this brush has applied my foundation. It is very, very effortless. I do have another brush that actually looks like this, and that is a brush that I use to kind of do a little bit of defining in my cheekbone area. So I feel like this brush can also be used for that, but it was effortless in the way it applied my foundation. Most of my blemishes are covered and everything just looks smooth. I love this foundation and the way it applies. So I've applied my concealer and I'm gonna blend it out now. So the concealer I'm using is the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer on this side, and I'm using a Conceal and Define Original on this side. So in terms of application, I feel like the application was a lot smoother on this side with the sponge than it is with the brush. I do feel like the brush is, as much as it is blending it out, I feel like I'll get a more seamless application with the sponge. Okay, so I'm just going to speed through the rest of my makeup application just so we can speed this up a bit and get to my summary. So I'm back. So in summary, I do like how the brushes have applied all my makeup products. These really are worth the hype. My favorite is probably the blush brush and the foundation brush. Also, in fact, to be honest, I don't really have a favorite. Let's just say that I like the way they've all applied all the products that they're supposed to. I feel like I won't need to use this to set my powder because it's quite small unless you're one of those people who just applies thin layer of powder, and I feel like it will take too long. I'm happy with my e.l.f. Brush. This is what I use to set my under eyes, and I really like this. This I will continue to use to apply my concealer for more precise application. This is what I'm going to use to apply my highlighter for more precise application. I really do like this. They are all really soft, so they are worth it. So yeah, love these brushes. And in comparison, I really do like the sponge as well in terms of how it's applied my my foundation and how it's applied the concealer too. So I like this. It is extremely soft, worth the money, and it's not even a lot of money. So in terms of how it performed against the sponge, again, they performed really well, either or. I feel like I had a slightly more seamless application with the sponge when it came to applying the concealer, but in terms of the foundation, both applied really well. So yeah, so if you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss another upload. Until next time, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Stay blessed.